the very first ever Axie Creator Cup here in the Philippines. Hi everybody, I am Yassi, and for everyone who is tuning in, hello, kamusta kayo? I hope you guys are enjoying kasi kami, enjoy kami dito habang pinapanood namin sila lahat na naglalaban-laban. And speaking about people who are fighting against each other for the AXS, nandito ngayon kasama natin si Myrtle and si Charess.
Hello!
Papatanggal tayo ng kaba konti.
Oo! Hello sa lahat ng mga scholars at managers na nanonood.
Yes! Hi everybody! Kamusta kayo? How are you guys doing?
Okay naman, kinakabahan.
Kinakabahan from
naman.
kanina, tapos hanggang mamaya.
Yes!
Pati ngayon.
Pati ngayon, ako sobrang nag-enjoy ako kasi sa tagal na naglalaro ako ng Axie, tapos sa tagal na marami ko na na-meet na mga players, na mga naging scholars ko. Sobrang nag-enjoy ako na finally nagkaroon ng isang Creator Cup and it's happening first in the Philippines. So
Yay!
maraming salamat kay kina G-host Zayori and the entire Axie team kasi before this was just an idea a few months ago. Tapos nakakwento nila sa akin and I'm glad that it's finally coming true.
And you messaged me.
Oh, I actually messaged si Yassi. Sabi ko, Yassi, baka naman gusto mo maging part ng Creator Cup and I'm so happy na naandito ka. Of course, happy din ako sa...
Oo naman. And, I mean, since you already said thank you, I also want to say thank you so much for this opportunity and welcoming me into this community.
Let's
Shout out
go!
to all of my scholars. I love you guys. Malapit na our Christmas party. See you guys soon.
Uy, meron sila.
Yes.
Pwede ba ako sa viewers? So, sa lahat ng mga viewers, okay, kahit LS na ako dito sa sobrang loose streak na ako, mamimigay ako ng scholarship dito today. So, sa mga nanonood, everyone who's watching, yung mga wala pang teams right now, I posted something on my page. Just tag someone who needs a scholarship. And malapit na kasi ako mag-birthday. 3 days from now. Halimbawa birthday ko.
December, baby.
Oo,
Kantahan natin siya ng happy birthday. Happy
Oh my
birthday to... Di ko sila naririnig.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, I love you guys.
Happy
Happy birthday,
Oh my gosh, ayoko na
Myrtle.
mag-celebrate. Pero ayun, sa mga gustong maging scholar, wala pang nalalarong team. Let's go!
See, that's what's great about this community, diba? You get to play and you also give an opportunity to all of the people who are out there. And some of us, diba, walang trabaho ngayon.
Yes.
And this is a great opportunity for us and our families. And
Pwede
their
mag-shout
families as
out?
well.
Of course.
Shout out sa Charess University
Let's go!
na nanonood ngayon. Hello, guys.
Ngayon naman, guys, we have a reason kung bakit kayo tinawag dito. Why you got summoned. You are summoned to play a game. At ang game natin ay... Guess That Axie!
Oh my God!
So, napakasimple lang, guys. All you need to do is guess the Axie that I will pick out
Alright.
from under this table. At if you make a mistake, we have our jelly beans. Ang trick niyan, 50% tastes great, 50% does not taste great at all. So, meron tayo dito parang lasang gym, dirty socks, they say. Kanina na-try ko yung rotten milk, and I'm not kidding, talagang lasang, lasang rotten milk siya. I-check ko nga yung ingredients mamaya, para lang sure tayo, diba? Pero I'm sure safe yan, just kidding. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes!
Always ready.
Okay, let's choose
Wow.
our first Axie.
Yung easy lang.
Pick it tayo. Okay, alright. We're ready!
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I think I know what this is. So, huhula na namin class.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, who wants to go first? Sabay ba? Or...
Sige, bato, pick.
Okay. Bato, pick.
Panalo ka. Una ka na.
Okay. Aqua.
Tama! Walang dare.
Yan
Okay,
yung
let's
binibreed
continue.
kasi namin yan yung first na breed ko ever.
Ako rin. Ako, beast plant.
Oo.
Next.
Yan. Ako. Plant.
Ay, tama. I
Oh,
want you
let's
guys
go!
to make a
Let's
mistake.
go!
Next.
Ooh, this is a little tough kasi yung mouth niya is bird pero meron siyang
Chopsuey.
tail. Oo, so pero yung overall kasi beast, chop suey siya pero either bird. Beast.
Beast, tama pa rin, guys!
Wow! Nag-review.
Okay.
Oh. Chop suey ulit.
Oh my gosh.
But I think, ano yan?
Dami
Beast?
halo.
Beast ba yan? Yeah. May ano siya eh. May
Dami
reptile
halo
parts. Oo.
Naka-snail shell.
Snail shell.
Tapos yung ano niya sa likod is parang halo ng bug.
Beast.
5, 4,
Or
3, 2, 1, final answer.
Ako, go.
Beast.
Beast and...
Ako naman I'm gonna go for bug.
Tama si Myrtle!
Oh,
Si
sure.
Charess, you're gonna have to choose.
Oh,
Let's
no!
go!
Itong pink. Mag-isa na lang siya.
One by one muna. Tignan natin.
Nom.
Diretso?
Mhm.
Pinapanood ko ni Ian. Sabi ni Ian, hala, parang nasusa pa.
Hindi ah!
Charot lang.
Hello, lang ang
Masarap.
panlasa.
Ay, nako, hindi maganda.
Okay ka ba?
Parang kadiri, pero gusto ko.
Ay, okay, let's give you another chance. Second jelly bean.
Laban. Go, shot.
Ano ba flavor ng white?
Halo-halo.
Ano yung lasa niya? Pakilapit.
Pakilapit yung mic.
Masarap. Masarap to, masarap.
Masarap?
Masarap.
Oh, that's it, guys?
Oh.
Okay, I guess that's it for our segment of Guess That Axie. Thank you guys so much for
Thank you
joining.
very much. I just want to give a shout out sa aking scholars and sa Myrtle and Josh Axie store. Thank you so much sa inyo lahat for all the support.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you for playing. And now, guys, we are moving on to the third round. Let's go, casters.
Hey, all right. Thank you very much, Yassi and Co. Very nice. Some good Guess That Axie work. Theban's a pro. That's why we can't let him play those games because he'd just take all of our money. He's too good. This man's a trivia machine. Theban, welcome back. We're going to be moving into the lower bracket. Now, we got to address the elephant in the room, okay? Earlier, we said we weren't going to mess up the swap. Someone somewhere messed up the swap. So we are going to have an updated bracket here, and we're going to show it, and we're going to talk about these matchups coming up next because we're coming back into best of 3 elimination time, my friend. Are you ready, Theban? Are you prepared for this?
I am. I am very, very much ready. This for me, Jillian versus Eruption is gonna be insane, and I stick by it. Jillian is a stone cold killer. She, for me, like somehow is the favorite in terms of mechanics and understanding how to play the cards. Like it is just so nice to see her gameplay. Eruption, on the other hand, I feel like he might have the best team, but Jillian has an answer to his team with that mech of hers, which is going to be very useful later on. Hezelya versus Boarknock, that's also going to be a really tough matchup
That's
for
up
Boarknock.
next.
Yeah, that's up next. I think this is going to be a close series. Roadfill versus Charess, that's also another interesting one because Roadfill, he's kind of like a wild card, you know? He's got some really cool Axies, but I feel like Cha, like her Buntenas should be pretty decent matchup against what Roadfill has. And we've seen that Cha is not afraid to change things up even into like some weird situations just so she can get the win. Like that's how she got the win against Kookoo, right? Which was quite impressive to me.
The upset, pour one out for poor Kookoo. The first one out alongside Myrtle. Myrtle knocked out by Boarknock and Kookoo knocked out by Cha. Some surprising stuff happening in this bracket, but what an exciting event it's been already. We're past the halfway mark. I think we've got about 6 series left, and we're going to jump into this next one as soon as it's ready to go. And here they are. At this point, you should start to recognize them. Boarknock with the Dragon Ball Z. He's ready to fire the energy. Will he be able to take down the mighty Hezelya, ready to bring the fire? Lower bracket, round 3, just about to start.
Give me the game. Let me see that game.
Give me the good stuff. This guy's ready. Give me the numbers.
Yeah.
I want to see the Axies. So what do
I
you
want-
think, Theban? So far, like, has this lived up to your expectations when it comes to the meta? Like, how close have these players been to the cutting edge meta? Like, we've seen no poison. We've seen a lot of zigzag. We've seen a lot of immortals. What are you thinking so far? How close to the cutting edge are we looking at?
Probably close to around somewhere between the 2,000 to like 2,300 MMR range, I would say, in terms of like the teams. Because there's way more bullshit up like closer to like the top 200. Like you have not seen the most. I guess Eruption's team is probably the closest to something that you would see in the top 100, right? Generally now people don't play the little owl birds like in high MMR. There's other ways, you know, to make up for that others are playing. Like these mechs, they're extremely strong, but they're not like, there's still mechs that are stronger than that one available as well. But like one or two
common
tweaks.
Is backdoor at the like top 200 is
Very
backdoor
common.
like a really common option? Okay, so
Yeah.
people like having that.
It's very, very common. Like people, especially now, play more backdoors because of the mechs, right? Like you need to be able to kill off those mechs early on, or else they're just gonna destroy your plants and whatnot. So you see a lot of bullshit teams with like, let's say, a bird and like the Gravelant, and then like you try to play a mech with like a midliner that has the same speed as like your mech, so the little owl goes to your midliner instead of your mech. But then what people do is like they buy like toothless bite bird, so like it makes sure it goes to the back instead. It's a slower bird, but it works, you know, like it does the job that your team needs you to do. So there's a lot of like different kind of stuff like that up there, and there's poison
Look
teams
at Hazel,
as well.
dude. Look at how she's sitting right now. She is lounging hard. Boarknock is the least intimidating one in the room.
You know what, like we saw Kookoo taking off the jacket. This is for Hazel. You know, she's got the hair tied up. You know, things are getting real serious.
Yeah, Hazel's reminding me of like a what do you call it? The gym leaders in Pokemon. You know, like somebody that you're gonna win a badge from. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. I love it.
I feel like
all right,
all the people that we've been watching today, you know, they could all be like some kind of anime characters, you know, and they
Yes.
would all be completely different. Right?
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I like that. Maybe that's a branding idea for the next one of these that we do. But some new Axies here. We're going to see Kookoo for the first time in Hazel's
Interesting.
backliner. Yeah,
What
I have an
is
Axie just
this?
like this.
Huh. You mean the Biffinator? The hair. It's called the hair Biffinator.
The hair Biffinator. Okay,
Yeah,
got it. I
that's
got to
what it's
like
called.
start keeping a list of all these different special Axies.
So what Hazel did there was went for the chomp with the 2 Kookoo's on turn 1, fearing the discards. So at least there will be some value gained from those Kookoo's. No, it was just like a single chomp into a bug, so it didn't do that much damage. And then the 2 Pockies are not going to come out from the bird, which is like pretty much guarantees a kill onto this plant. Very unfortunate for Hazel that she didn't get the cattail in these first 2 turns, because drawing some cards would have been lovely for her.
Absolutely. Yeah, against all this discard. Very much would come in handy. 18 HP remains on the front liner for Boarknock.
But
reminder, this is a best of 3, folks.
look at this Aqua though from Hazel. This is like the ultimate bug splatter. Not only does it have a Sando, but it has a clamshell, which makes your next attack that you do, like if you attack a bug or a beast or a mech with the clamshell, your next attack will do plus damage. So it's like the risky fish version for bugs, beasts, and mechs.
What is Boarknock laughing at? That's what I want to know. Who's telling jokes? Oh, another pass. Okay.
Oh, lamb instead of the clamshell. Interesting. I feel like that would have been a good time to get a nice damage boost on your Axie.
Hazel is
Boarknock?
coming out of her shell here. We're seeing some real smack talk IRL.
And Boarknock is actually going for a double talk play here.
Okay. Is this enough
Is that
for the
enough
kill?
damage? That's
I
a good
don't-
question. I'm
I
not
don't think so.
entirely sure on the math. I think it's actually perfect. I think it's actually 420 damage on the spot. It
No
should
way.
be,
Okay.
yeah, or a little bit more. I think that's a kill. Yeah. Here we go.
All right.
I
let's
can't
it.
see. Okay.
138. Oh my God, you're right. It's exactly.
Yeah, exactly on the spot. You see,
Oh my gosh, you play
good
too
thing.
much Axie, man. I love it. Talk about doing the math. My gosh. Cute
Hey,
little
man.
crit comes out there from Boarknock.
You want to be at the top, you're gonna need to know the numbers.
You're not wrong. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the Kookoo combo, but can't decide if she actually wants to use it.
So honestly, I think Hazel's in a good spot, especially when she draws the Crocs the next turn. This bird has like literally no cards, right?
That's true.
So it really depends though what she draws, because like, that bird draws like the Pockies. Like actually, yeah, if there's like only one double talk and like a Pocky and a Pigeon Post, maybe Hazel's okay. Not entirely sure. Oh no, Boarknock, what are you doing? That's how you lose the game, sir. But he knows he messed up. Look at his face. He knows he messed up. Because
And she shoos him away.
All he needed was just 4 cards. And now the Crocs are going to come out, slow down the bird, and that bird is going to be toast next turn.
Is this it? Did Hazel actually just take game 1?
I think Hazel
Doesn't
did.
have the damage to kill it. Yeah, she is not afraid to let him know. It seems like he's also done the math. The speed manipulation's too much.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens, right? Like, Boarknock didn't like wait. He had a chance to take the game had he also if he didn't draw the double talk the turn before. And this is it.
Man, this goes to show you, dude.
Wait,
this
hold
is
on.
elimination.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, this is super dead. There's
This
no
is
way.
it.
Yeah, that's
Wait, okay.
no shield.
For
No
a
one
moment
on
there,
shield
I
is
got
gonna save.
scared. I was
Nah.
like,
Oh
that's
my
game
goodness.
1. That's
Yeah.
game 1 for Hazel. This is best of 3. This is elimination. So now Boarknock, he's 1 loss away from elimination in this tournament. Favorites schmavorites, man. Kookoo out already. Boarknock on his last leg. I mean, come on, man.
Yep.
What do we know about favorites? This is shaping up all right.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think nowadays, like, people are so much more competitive in Axie. Like, it's not the same as what it was, a few months ago when everybody was just new and starting to learn the game. It's like Axie players play every day. They like to grind. They like to collect that SLP. They like to use all of their energy. So, like, the more you play, the better you're gonna get at something, right? And that's what we see here. Like, these guys put in the time, the effort. They're not just like simple managers who just have a scholarship or something to collect passive income. They like to play the game.
Yeah, dude, I almost hate how perfect that was, though. Like 420 HP, the 2 double talks, exactly 420 damage. It's just too perfect. It's just too beautiful, man. That's a game of inches indeed. I can't wait for this game too. This is really heating up, man. This is like the perfect amount of content. 8 players, double elimination. Like this is where the bracket starts to get really, really exciting. I'm excited as we get closer to the grand finals, and this elimination is tense. These are big best of 3s.
I agree. Like, what's gonna happen now in game number 2? I kind of feel like the Bug team should have had that. The Croc, the Hair Biffinator was pretty strong against that bird. That's where I was thinking, was it worth it to play that double talk play onto that Aqua? You did kill it, but then now you ran out of resources on your bird, and the game just got a little too hard, like, at the end of the fight. Because, I was saying how he shouldn't have played those cards on the Bug, but then even if he did have 4 energy to turn after, he drew a double talk. It wouldn't have killed that Biffinator anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, he had to draw one of the other Bug card. He had to draw one of the other Bug cards to do it. Oh, it changes teams. Okay, cool.
I can't get over how much I love being able to actually see the players and see their reactions and read their body language. I mean, look at that. Hazel's smiling. She's laughing. She's playing the drums. Boarknock, right now, he's thinking, all right, I have to take this to a game 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the ordering. The ordering. Disaster. The ordering. Oh, no. Not using the cattail first.
Missed a serious steal.
Yeah, that's
Easy
a huge...
steal.
That could easily be the reason why.
All right. Dial it back, Hazel. Don't get cocky. You didn't win yet. You only won 1 game. This is still throwable.
Exactly.
Let's keep it together.
Trying to find some value out of this plant early on. Ooh, 2 pumpkins from Boarknock. Sheesh! Those pumpkins are gonna whiff. But he is gonna draw 2 cards though. Actually, technically he's not a whiff, right? Like you did tank the cactus and you drew 2 cards.
I guess not relevant here, but we have been seeing so much discard that is that really so bad? I mean, card draw actually seems pretty powerful.
Boarknock, what are you doing, sir? That doesn't kill the bird.
Okay. Wait,
I
is
hope
that
he
a
doesn't
double?
accept this. Like he's going for the double turnip here. See, I don't hate this if he still had another turnip. Yeah, okay, he canceled it. No, he was thinking about it. He was thinking about it. But that would have been a complete disaster because it wouldn't have killed the bird off.
Yeah, it's just not enough damage. Although he's still going to kind of do the same thing here, which I guess is fine to chip away at it if you kind of want to play this combo anyway.
So that 2 pumpkin play that he made earlier makes more sense because that allowed him to draw more into the deck so he can get the cards that let him kill off that bird.
Totally. Yeah, I don't think he's upset with that.
The only problem right now is that like this combo doesn't even kill the bird, right? And then secondly, now Hazel has a chance to draw the rest of the bird cards to kill off Boarknock's bird, and then we have the situation where the mech is gonna destroy. But look at Hazel's hand. Look at her expression. Oh no, she's giving it away that she doesn't have it.
It doesn't matter. Boarknock hasn't noticed. He's so deep in the zone right now. He's feeling so much pressure himself that I don't think he's taking the cues. Oh, dear. There's so many layers here. It's like Boarknock gave her the opening, but then she doesn't top deck the cards that she needs. And now kind of stumped about what she wants to do. Does the midliner have the combo? Is this worth even trying to kill the frontliner? And she is actually going to lay some damage in. Is this enough for the kill? I certainly don't think so. No crit.
Disaster.
And now the bird's dead. So there you go. Boarknock, finally some excitement.
Yeah, and this makes it so that Boarknock's bird in the back now becomes the strongest Axie on the playing field. Unable to be sped up on. It's just, once again, the waiting game. Just kill off this plant. Wait for a full 4
Is
clip
Hazel
on your
on
bird.
her second phone right now? Is that how little she's phased by Boarknock? Just like, sorry, I'm going to check my text real quick. All right, back to the tournament. My gosh. That's a statement, all right.
This is a different Hazel now, isn't it? That, like,
Seriously,
compared to the upper bracket. This is lower bracket Hazel.
Lower bracket Hazel. I love it. No fears.
If there's an anime, that's what you call it, right? Lower bracket Hazel. Completely different person.
Now in a very tough spot here, and it looks like game 3 going to be around the corner. Boarknock able to zone in and find the advantage. She does have a good amount of energy here, but I just don't think it's going to matter.
They're just playing it out.
Yeah.
They both know it's a disaster. Man. So, like, for the viewers at home, this is a very good example of, like, when you play against an opponent, they don't always have, you know, the combo that they need, right? And you gotta always understand that. You gotta always play the game out, play to your outs. Like, it might feel like they always have the combo and they're always killing you on turn 1 or turn 2 with their back doors, but it's not always what happens. Because it takes at least, like, you know, 6 turns plus to, like, draw out your whole deck.
That's actually a really good point. It's human nature, it's human psychology to cling to the negative and kind of take the positive as just normal, right? When you win, it feels like expected, and when you lose, it feels like, oh my gosh, I should have won. I can't believe I lost. I remember the losses so much more than I remember the wins. So that can always skew your memory and your perspective, where it feels like I never crit and I always get crit. But chances are you probably crit and get crit at about a 50-50 ratio. It just doesn't feel that way because when you get crit, it feels so much more damage.
That's not true, Zayori. My opponent always crits more than me. What are you talking about?
Something.
What are you talking
math.
about?
Yeah, it's like walking. I walk uphill both ways to get to school. You know, I think something about that doesn't quite add up. But I hear you. No, I feel you. It's tough. I've played Ogre Magi. Okay, I know how it goes. I never get the multicast, but somehow you always get the multicast, and it's just not fair. It's just not fair. But that's life, I guess.
If I can't blame crits, then that means that I'm the bad player, and I don't like that. Okay, I gotta have something to blame. All right, it's always the game's fault, not mine. You know, in Dota, we can always blame our teammates. It's never our fault while we're stuck somewhere, right? But in this game, there's nobody else to blame but the game. So that's
you can't blame your mid laner for not refilling his bottle and feeding at level 6, man. That just doesn't exist here. It's all you. It's just you, yourself, and me, or me, myself, and I. Is that the saying? It's getting late here, but this is what I live for, man. I'm getting flashbacks to my Dota casting era, buddy.
Oh my gosh! What are these? Look at that board. Everyone's playing a card.
Wow, this is an atypical opener. That's for sure.
Look at that. I see 2 bug splats. I see 2 bug splats coming out. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. But I will say though, Hazel should always play the cattail last in the situation, because if that bug last stands, then you want to be able to remove the last stand with the bug, with the cattail.
Okay, it's good to know.
Instead of leaving that bug alive with 3 last stand bars, because that bug with 3 last stand bars is going to be able to do a lot to you. Plus, Hazel also had a cattail as well, which is really nice against all these bug attacks.
Yeah, this cattail's amazing, and
look at
here
this.
Comes
boom,
the sandal. Bada boom, bada bing. That's a dead bug on the first turn.
But there's 3 last stand charges, and look at that. Hazel's gonna get value parasite, and that bug is still gonna stay alive if Hazel doesn't play that cattail, and which she should. Good. All right.
All right. Things heating up here. The game 3 decider. Remember, Hazel still projecting quite a bit of confidence here.
Ooh, okay, so he plays the post fight, which means the stun is removed. Next turn, the little owl play could come out. And the plant is still alive though, so Boarknock trying to play his odds. Doesn't get the owl combo yet on Hazel. She's praying that the owl doesn't get discarded.
So looking to drop some big damage with the mech, perhaps. Indecisive here from Hazel.
Huh. Interesting.
Sort of an odd card setup here for Boarknock.
So if Hazel can get through this bug, it's like an amazing situation. Because that bird is much faster than Boarknock's bird. It's got the 2 bug parts on it. Sorry, beast parts on it. Probably what she's thinking.
Okay, that'll be the end of the front liner. And now the big damage is going to come out. See you later, little bug. And now we're going to have a bird versus a bird and a mech. There will be a little bit left on this last stand. 2 charges. Can Boarknock get anything out of this?
So she can go with the little owl egg post fight and then play the dual blade. And that should kill the bird off. But she doesn't do it. I don't think she sees that line of play here.
Is it? That's enough damage to kill the bird? That trio of cards? Okay.
Yes. That is enough damage to kill the bird. But I don't think she sees the line of play right now. But that's okay anyway. Like all you have to do is just wait. Like you're gonna win this game. Like
I think you're still good here.
Yeah, you're gonna win this game anyway. I mean, it's risky, right? Like if you do that and then like Boarknock goes for, you know, some shield or something, and maybe you don't know the damage calculations, but Boarknock only had 2 energy.
She still goes first with the egg though, so she guarantees the mech will stay safe even if this isn't enough damage, and it is enough damage. So there you go. It's going to be Hazel that moves on, and that's going to be Boarknock eliminated here in round 2 of the lower bracket.
Oh, right. It wasn't a best of 5. This
is a best of 3. We had to tune it down. So there you go. That's Hazel taking a win. So nonchalant. Look at that. Hand on elbow. I love it.
Lower bracket Hazel.
Lower bracket Hazel
doesn't care about anything.
She's gonna make the run. I can feel it.
That's crazy. Can you just imagine the two favorites? That's what all the fans were talking about, and they are eliminated.
I was actually getting some
last
like
and sixth.
inbound complaints. Like I was getting flamed for bringing people in, or like, oh, dude, this is just free money for Kookoo. If he doesn't win it, free money for Boarknock. Come on, this isn't fair. You brought in the big guns against people that don't have the same. Are they asking? It looks like they thought it was a best of 5.
Listen, they thought it was a best of 5. They just realized it's a best of 3.
Oh God, I almost feel bad now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. So to be clear, these series, round 2 of the lower bracket and round 3, they were originally best of 5s, but because we were moving slowly and behind schedule, we don't want to keep the production crew too long over the original planned schedule. So we did make a change after the upper bracket round 1 to change those to best of 3. So that decision, we announced it a while ago on stream. You might have missed it, but we did make that decision. We did inform the players, but it looks like it just got forgotten about in that moment. So it would have been appropriate for that series to be a best of 5, to be honest, but there's only so many hours in the day, Theben, and I think we couldn't justify removing the best of 5 from any of the other series, like the grand finals or the lower bracket finals or the upper bracket finals, all pretty key series that need to go the distance. So
exactly, and
there we are.
The excitement that we saw there, like once Hazel realized that, oh, I won. Like she just ran across, like, yes.
That was a great moment. I love it.
Dude, I'm telling you, we need Axie land, dude. We need an Axie land. It's just so good to be able to see the emotions from the players.
Yeah.
Like how happy they are when they win or they lose or they get critted or they don't draw the cards that they need. It's just so awesome.
Yeah, no, totally, dude. So Cha versus Roadfill. You seen them, you love them, you know them, and now we'll see one of them go home after this quick best of 3. And confirm Cha does have some of the red in her hair. So when she's sitting under that red light, it's like red in the front, red in the back. She's like a dragon. It is actually like war paint, dude. She's instilling fear. And here you go. They're getting set up. There's Roadfill. Moymoy looking a little tired. He had a tough series in the upper bracket, getting knocked down by Eruption, Mr. Eric Tai. And I think you can see it in his eyes a little bit, dude. He looks like he needs a pick-me-up. He needs to win this game 1 for morale's sake.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. I mean, this is a team that he hasn't had a chance to play against, right? Like some Cute Bunny antenna team. Actually, Charles the only one playing Cute Bunny antennas. So
you're right, actually.
I think all the players are always going to have to adjust their gameplay to that team. You have to constantly spam out your cards and whatnot. I think Chow has an insane team if she had a cattail. Like that's the only thing she's missing in her entire team. Just missing one cattail frontline plant, and it would make her game so much easier.
I think you're right. I think you're totally right. And those are the little nuanced things that are always hard to see. And like you think you've got that perfect like meta lineup for you, and then once you play it out, you go, wow, that one card would have made such a difference. Here we go. Round 1, game 1, Roadfill versus Cha.
Wow, she's using the bug still in the back, not the antennas.
So this was the adaptation we saw, right?
Yeah.
Where she had it set up differently, and then she made this switch.
Mm-hmm. So 2 antennas and the bug in the back. She just sticks to it. I mean, it worked against Kookoo, but like, I don't know if it's gonna work here. We'll see.
And I forget, how did we like Roadfill's lineup here? Seems pretty well rounded to me. He does have the cute bunny in the back, which is not always my favorite, but does have some good combo options here for sure. Get some discard and a lot of damage into that front dusk.
Yeah, there's also a cute bunny now available for Cha if she wants to use that. But she's also thinking about saving that bug splat for the bug in the middle too, maybe. But you got to get to that plan first. I think Roadfill's lineup is really strong here. And I would say it's quite favored against that bug in the back as well.
Oh, I see. Like, you mean in the 1v1?
Yeah, in the 1v1.
Yeah. Some fear, some sandal.
Mama Sandal be hurting all tournament long.
Yeah, this is quite the popular card, man. You were the first person to really introduce me to the power of the sandal, and I feel so goofy for underestimating it for so long. I've certainly seen the light.
Yeah, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was like a super popular card previously. It's definitely become more popular now. You know, something about like balance changes and other cards becoming worse and such. But yeah, it's so strong, especially with how many bugs there are. So Cha doesn't get a cheap kill on that plant, ends up using a lot of energy getting rid of it. It's a little bit of an awkward position right now.
Into the 2v2. Gets the card draw. This is that weird part where Antenna just doesn't feel so good. I can't really tell who's got the advantage right now. This feels very even.
I would give a slight advantage for Roadfill at the moment. I think Cha is just running out of damage altogether.
Yeah, both sides are going to play out again. And at least gets a Nemo before this frontliner goes down.
Damn, these antennas, just saddest thing to watch.
Yeah.
Don't have a backline antenna. And here it is, the big damage from the bug. Goes
And
splat!
Bam.
Yep.
And we get a last stand at least. It's so interesting when both sides are playing these like nasty discard bugs. It's like both sides just have to throw everything at the wall so that they can get value out of stuff before it disappears from their hand. It leads to very strange looking
Oh my goodness,
Axie.
look at this play. He goes through and then gets the bug splat onto. Boom, the bug.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah, Cha is
painful.
in huge trouble here.
Yeah. And
think,
this is where you kind of need to just save your energy and like wait for the Aqua's cards. He plays, oh my goodness, Cha played way too much there.
Yeah.
I think she lost track of how much energy Roadfill had left.
Now we're even, both sitting on 4, but of course the Aqua goes first.
Not only that, Cha doesn't have a
Fish
fish
snack.
snack anymore.
Yeah, she needed to save a fish snack for sure.
That's it. That's game 1.
All right, that's Roadfill. He takes it. So Cha now 1 loss away from elimination as well. Man, these best of 3s can go quick. Well played by Roadfill, and like you said, obvious advantage there for most of the game, but even as they would have gotten into the 1v1.
Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of this hot butt antenna Axie that she's got at the front. Honestly, I'd rather see her bone sail Axie at the front and even have 2 bugs if she wants to, like one in the middle and one in the back as well. That might even be better because it doesn't seem like there's any Aqua players in this tournament too, and I don't think Roadfill's playing any Aquas apart from that one we just saw, and there's only a goldfish like in that Axie anyway. And you gotta have like this card, you're gonna have another cute bunny, like that can be triggered better. So much more options for her. But the setup she has right now is just not suitable against Roadfill.
Yeah, I would agree. And she does have a couple of other Axies. Man, I had them open earlier.
It was the Disablesor team. Disablesor team.
I mean, is that something to pivot into here?
Yeah, I think that could be an option too. Just not this hot butt antenna frontliner. Like that's just not working out.
Her other tank, she's got a hot butt pumpkin cactus Sirius frontliner, which is pretty generic, but it might be a better choice.
I definitely think the Disablesor team could have a lot better of an impact.
Yeah, given those 2 options at least, right? It's a pretty limited set we're dealing with here because I'm not sure if she might have a 3rd team, but
it's
I
actually
don't think
surprisingly
she's as comfortable with it.
Really good if she played the Disablesor, because Disablesor against that Aqua that Roadfill's playing is insane. You get a Kestrel and a Hot Butt, you're going to turn off the Arco and the Cute Bunny, which is the most amount of damage you can deal to the Disablesor, which is a Dusk. And then all that's left for this backline Axie is a Goldfish and a Nemo. What are you gonna do with a Goldfish and Nemo to kill that disable sword. It's actually impossible. So I would love to see her actually play that, but I feel like she's not confident in it, and that's why she's not going for it.
Okay. Well, looks like both players taking a moment here before we jump into this next one. Again, there is a little bit of variance. If both players are ready to just ready up and go, they can jump right back in, but they do have the option to take up to 3 minutes. And there have been a couple situations where someone struggled to load, so they've actually gotten a little more time to think about it. But here we go. I saw Cha press and accept, and they are ready to rock. We got Cha on the right, Roadfill on the left, Moymoy, 1 win away from moving on and playing Hazel in this next round of the lower bracket.
Running it back again, Cha. The same exact team. This is a bit rough. Again. It's like the moment this frontliner dies, then the antenna is just completely useless, you know?
Yep.
So all Roadfill has to do is just slam his cards into this frontliner.
Yeah, just break the chain as quickly as you can. I agree completely. I think he's playing this exactly right. And he gets like a relatively lucky card draw as well. You know, gets the cactus, some decent damage. Actually gets another cactus now in round 2. He'll be happy to play that. It's not going to get the extra damage this time. Cha's going to cover that, but should still be enough for the kill. And man, pretty unlucky too that she can't even play anything on this frontliner. Because she gets the Terror Chomp. It actually does go first, and the one card she draws is the one that's disabled. That is brutal.
That's so rough, yeah.
That's just how it goes sometimes, I guess. But now puts her in a very rough spot here in game 2. Okay, a big crit and takes it out with style. You see Roadfill just he gets a little morale boost off that one. A little dopamine hit.
And that next Parasite hits the midliner too, softening him up a little bit. So that's a very good exchange there for Roadfill. And Cha is this is looking like a complete disaster for her, to be honest.
This is really tough. And this is how Axie goes sometimes. Like even on the first turn, can have really devastating implications for how the mid game proceeds, and you can see Cha holding it together, but certainly looks a little frustrated here. It's the discard and a double sandal. It is going to be enough for a kill on this frontliner, but last stand comes out, and 1 charge will remain. How fortunate for Roadfill. Cha gonna play a couple on the frontliner.
That's the worst thing that could happen, right? Like, you use so many cards, they last stand, and then you know your midliner is like so close to dying.
Yeah.
So you have to play cards on it anyway.
And it is gonna survive another turn.
Ooh, you gotta play everything, Cha, on that midliner. Keep it alive. Try your best.
Isn't enough. It's gonna live through this first round of damage at least.
Yeah. So 60, 80, yeah, that fishneck, I believe, should be able to. Ooh, nice crit.
Okay.
This fishneck is gonna remove 1 of the last stand bars. So the next, not last stand bar, sorry, the fear, and stays alive with 5 health.
And
Very
gets
good.
the card draw thanks to the bone sale. So all of a sudden, I mean, it's still not a good situation for Cha, but very scrappy, a little bout of survival here. Yeah, there's Moymoy thinking.
Damn, Cha almost like was able to hold this game. Oh, gets it. She gets the kill. Oh, but all the cards are drawn on the backliner for Roadfill here.
Oh man, that could have
Very
been such a
unfortunate for
turning
Cha.
point.
Exactly. Oh, Roadfill, look at him. He's so happy.
He knows. Yeah, and it goes to show you, like you said before, you never know which way that's going to go. He had a big chance there to, this is the dream scenario, but it's really devastating if it went the other way.
That's rough.
So when it looks bad, you got to stay in there.
Too many cards played from Cha.
Yeah.
Right there.
Uses another fish snack, and now Roadfill's got 6 energy to play around with here.
Yeah. Yep.
Is this going to do it? Is this going to be the damage? Wow, this is tense. I feel like I'm watching an action movie right now. When's Jack Bauer show up?
If Cha actually had the extra card that she didn't use last turn, I think she would have been in a pretty decent position. But because she used that Sando the last turn, she redrew the Sando, didn't get her fish snack just now, which she could have used for more shield. I know that Roadfill is not playing any Aqua cards, but it would have been so nice to have it.
The survivability is huge.
Exactly.
We're building hype here. Round 8 will finally commence. Not going to be enough for the kill, but going to bring the bug down very low.
I mean, she's still in it. She should be able to draw another fish snack right now. And
he
2
does draw a
pincers.
Nemo.
Yeah, he's gonna go. Whoa! What is that ordering? Hold on, Roadfill. Hold on. Don't get too trigger happy. There we go. Okay, and that should be it. Channels. That's the end of the road for her.
Yeah. Oh,
And it
gets
crit
the critical.
for the morale boost for the next series.
That's perfect, dude. He's going to carry it right into the next round. And well fought by Cha. Elimination is always painful, but she's taking it well. Big smiles. Giving him a golf clap. There it is. The good manners. Sportsmanship, very important. The shout out to the Axie scholarship, I think that was. Very nice. Very well done. And that's a happy Moymoy right there. Roadfill, he makes it. The ham that he is, he's still alive. His AXS purse gets a little bigger. And his placement in the bracket that much further. Well done. Well deserved.
4. I think he's going to be very happy about that. So our next series in the lower bracket is also going to be a best of 3.
This
right?
is coming up next is the last best of 3, and then we'll be in that home stretch with I think three best of 5s after that. So we're getting towards the tail end, my friend. Maybe 2 hours left, a little bit less, something like that. The Creator Cup, I think, has been a great success so far. And this show is going to keep on rolling. So the next series will be Hazel versus Roadfill. And that's just going to be coming up right here. Roadfill is going to stay on the stage, and they're going to keep it moving.
Okay. I was thinking the finals was going to go first. But either way, it's going to be plenty of games.
You're right that ordinarily you would probably go back to the uppers here, especially in games where rest really matters. But for some reason, we decided to keep the lower bracket gauntlet going all the way through. So it was declared, and hence it shall be done, Theban. That's how we do it around here.
Yeah, is this a rematch between 2?
Let's see. Roadfill versus... No, so it was Roadfill versus Myrtle.
Right.
That was the opener up top.
It was Myrtle. Okay. Right.
So
right.
This is Hazel has played Kookoo, and then she lost to Jillian in that best of 5 that went the stretch, and then she came down and beat Boarknock.
Right. This is going to be a very, very good series once again. Man, I can't, it's been so entertaining, coming in. I was like, oh, these guys, maybe they don't play that much, they're just gonna have maybe some meme teams or something, but no, these guys came out with some legit teams, and I can see that they play a lot of Axie. All their decision makings have been spot on.
Yeah. In a lot of these cases, there's a pretty clear optimal play to be made, and it's been made more often than not by a pretty good margin. But here you go. Here's your update on the bracket, and here's our beautiful stage. Maybe we'll have some players coming to make their entrance here momentarily. I sure hope so. It looks so barren without the players, Theban.
Man, this whole event has just made me miss actual lands for once.
me too.
you know what the difference between Dota 2 and a LAN like this is that in Dota 2 there's so much stuff going on all the time. You can't focus on your emotions or anything else. You know, your emotions are dead to you. Like you're just in the game, you're like completely zoned in, like that's what you focus on, just the game. Where like here it's like there's time where you need to think. There's time where like you see the animations and everything happening, and like that gives you more space to express yourself, you know, in some ways, which is
we're going
the
upper
coolest
bracket.
part.
Okay,
Okay,
Steven,
perfect.
you had it right. I had it wrong. Look at that. My note sheet, I had the wrong thing scribbled down. Well, we're going back to the best of fives, folks. Scrap everything I said before. It's Eruption versus Jillian, upper bracket round 3. Best of fives are coming in. So we are going to give Roadfill a little chance to break, and then he's going to be coming back for that lower bracket round 3. So this is a big one. Jillian, Eruption. We talked about Jillian and her competitive gaming history. Mid-Jillian, as she's known on Facebook, I think has quite the reputation as a competitive gamer, and glad to see that she's made it far.
Is this like David versus Goliath right here? You know, Jillian versus
in terms of physical size and aesthetics? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that might be appropriate. But
the
hey,
smallest versus the biggest. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna come out on top?
Yeah, I think I might be favoring Jillian at this point. The credentials check out. You know, I was creeping on her Facebook page a little bit, and she really does play a lot of hyper competitive games, and it sounds like at a pretty damn high level. Eruption has looked good, but I think you had it right. You said what? Jillian's the stone cold killer. I believe. I'm starting to believe, buddy.
I mean, Eruption too. You know, like I said, everything he touches, he's good at it, right? Like don't let him fool you. I think he's a lot more competitive than he lets off, and there's a reason why both of these guys are in the upper bracket finals, no doubt. Like I'm pretty sure before this they played a lot of games and they tried their absolute best to like, you know, get in good shape coming into this, and they're performers. Like that's the biggest thing. Like I didn't see them panic in almost any situation. You know, make the wrong play or like choke or something like that. They were very chill. They did whatever was the best move that they like understood in that position, and that's why they're here.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, I'm just smiles on my face. I'm looking at Jillian's Facebook page, and she posted a selfie with Boarknock that is just kind of adorable. And as we've been going back to, you know, seeing everybody in person has been so amazing, and seeing the pictures.
Oh, here we go.
Making me smile.
Ooh, poison.
Right, game number 1.
Eruption busts out the poison team. What?
He's got heal on the back line as well. I was just saying how a couple hours ago, how we haven't had too much healing love, no shroomies. This is a complete change of pace. So what do you think here? Do we like this? Is this strong? There is a Biden's. There's a Biden's on Jillian.
There's no way Eruption is like a 1,300 MR player. Look at the teams that he has, dude, and the way that he plays. There's no freaking way. Like he just lets off that he's not that good maybe, but this guy knows what he's doing. He's got some crazy teams here, and Jillian, it's hard to say who I favor because this mech could be really strong in this matchup, especially if you get like an egg play that can absorb the Winghorn.
Okay.
Right, and not let the mech take too much damage, because in the late game, right, the heals is huge. The heals is huge to counter with the mech. You know, the mech does so much damage that the heals is irrelevant.
You just you burst it. You just skip a few turns and bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see what happens.
2 now. Both players with a lot of cards and a lot of energy. Indecision.
Eruption. There's nothing for you to do, sir. Your hand is not that good. Oh, and one more thing. Jillian does have the Biden's Cattail Axie, which can remove the poison and can heal himself.
It's a great frontliner for this. Yeah, this is really nice.
Exactly. Great frontliner for this matchup.
I also just want to say I love Jillian's hairstyle. I feel like in that like current form, she really does look like an anime character that is about to go into her final form. Like if she makes it into the grand finals to the upper bracket, I hope she's got like a Super Saiyan wig to pop on or something. I'm loving it, dude.
She's so focused right now. And here it is. Going for the egg play. I like it a lot. This is exactly what Jillian needs to do. Like, so one way or another, by round 3, you're gonna need to play some kind of an egg to either absorb the Winghorn jumping attack, or like at least get some value from your bird before it dies to the Toothless Bite plus Sarastus.
Right.
And if I'm Eruption, like, you have to be thinking, should we be patient? Like, should we wait to kill that bird off first? He's feeling like he's on a timer too with this little owl egg transfer combo.
Yeah, it's a lot of options to consider. I can understand why both players are taking their time, and it is going to work out pretty well. The mech, though, going to get some poison stacks here. Going to be up to 4, and it is going to get some nice counterplay damage in, and we'll find a kill there.
So I guess one thing I forgot to mention is, like, if you do go for the transfer, then the egg, like, you won't be able to absorb the hit, right, with the Winghorn.
You can't do both.
Yeah, you can't do both at the same time. So now this mech is on a timer. It's got 4 poison stacks on it, and has
a good amount of poison. It's pretty scary.
Exactly. I think at this point, what Eruption wants to do is try not to kill that bird too fast and let the mech draw its cards. Like, you want to keep all the Axies alive, and kind of just like tick away at them slowly, so that they keep splitting their jaws.
And that's gonna finish off the front liner. All right, Eruption. What's it gonna be, bud? This is gonna be a big 1v3 here. Not great card draw for Jillian. She's pretty low on options.
Okay, here we go. If Jillian can draw all the mech cards right now, it would be amazing for her. She draws 3. That's
pretty good.
That's as good. Yeah, that's as good as you can ask. Like, that's incredible.
So in terms of this 1v1, though, I mean, I guess you have no way to stop the heal. I keep thinking Biden's is going to save you, but I guess you don't really win this 1v1. The plant, I mean.
Right. You just need to make sure you get to a point where you are, like, at max cards in your hand, where you have like 8 cards, so you can constantly use like 2 poisons and a heal every turn. Or like just use, 1 poison and 2 heals. The tricky part here is Jillian, she actually pulled away her cards. She needs to go in here. Like, she must be expecting the Sarassus. No! Jillian! She didn't expect it.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
Oh my gosh, look at her
That's
card
a
draw.
yikes.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a big... And yeah, this Cattail is like pretty useless card in this matchup because there's no Furball or like some kind of a bug card. But yeah. So if you can see on Eruption's hand right now, he's got 6 cards, right? So he should only play like 1 poison. So next turn he's gonna have 8 cards. So he can always just play 3 cards every turn, and you're gonna keep redrawing the same cards that you want. So that's something that he can do.
Yeah, it's still pretty far away from Blood Moon here.
But that's how you kind of win with this Poison Axie against Biden's. You gotta go into Blood Moon.
When you have the superior heal, too.
The other option is you just wait and play 2 Sarassus every turn, too. That's another way. Like, just play 2 Sarassus until Blood Moon, and then you start healing up. Because you're the one who goes first, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is, like, good and bad. It's good for healing, but scary against Cactus, I guess, in theory.
It would be nice if, Eruption did do that play where he waits for all 8 of his cards and then starts casting.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you're against... It's really not... Is it ever ideal to be double 0 cost in a 1v1 like this? I mean, I feel like if you're Eruption, you're never really scared of dying. Like, there's just so little damage on Jillian's Axie.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too good to having the Cattail, but then, like, that's not really the purpose of this plant, right?
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand you don't get this Axie to bring it into a 1v1, but once you're in this
Yeah,
point, like this is a kind of a feels bad man sort of.
Actually, normally this is a very good Axie against poison teams. Like really strong. It's just that happens to be that Eruption's Axie has a heal on it.
Look at the green room. They're all like, all right, where's this going? Who's actually going to win this thing? We got Zigzag versus Mushrooms. This is when Axie starts to get a little funky. Who do you think's going to win this right now? You're still leaning Eruption?
Yeah.
Okay, pretty heavily, it sounds like.
I'm really not sure, but I think Eruption should be the one having this. I would have had more confidence in him if he, like, I don't really understand why he's playing, for example, you know, the Toothless Bite, right? Like, just play your Sarasas. Just do the 99 damage.
He hasn't been in this situation, bro. He tried to switch to the poison to be fancy, and now he's in this round 10 weird-ass 1v1 that he's never experienced before. He doesn't know what to do. It's like, this is not standard stuff right here. I mean, how many times are you in this situation spamming MMR in pubs? I don't think very often. This is not what you train for. It's pretty interesting. I mean, the Zigzag is actually keeping Jillian a little more topped off than I thought it would. And because of the 0, I mean, she's got 9 energy. So her problem is just like card draw and being able to stockpile the cards she actually wants. But she almost has unlimited energy.
Exactly.
This is so weird. This is...
I'm really like not sure what's with the Toothless Bite. Like it has less damage and less shield than the Sarasas. Maybe he just wants to have at least one Sarasas every turn or something. Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
I'm not
it's
sure.
it's like what you said. They're probably just not used to, like, you know, being in the situation.
All right, well, we are in Blood Moon now, round 11, so the healing is going to start becoming more relevant, and I think that's where Eruption's really going to start to find the edge. Now that Blood Moon's kicking in, and he can actually get some value out of these shroomies. All right, I'm predicting Jillian gets a fat Zigzag crit that turns this game around. All right, that's where my brain's at right now, Thieben. We haven't had a good crit in a while. Eruption looks a little stumped, dude. I'm not going to lie. He looks a little bit lost right now in terms of visualizing the path to victory in this specific situation.
It's okay. His path will show itself once he starts healing.
I think you're right.
He's just waiting for the heals to come out. Like, soon he's going to start healing. He needs to at least use, like, probably one heal, I think, right now. Stay topped off.
I think Jillian probably wants to play the double Zigzag here. I think you just need the healing.
Yeah. So it would be perfect for Eruption just to go with like one poison, one heal. So next turn you draw your entire deck out, and you can just like choose from there what to do next according to what Jillian plays. Because Jillian can't really like burst you unless she gets a crit with 2 cactus and 2 zigzags. But playing like this just means that, you know, you're not always gonna have all the options. Like, you want to make sure that you have both of your mushrooms in your hand at all times.
This could be a long series at this rate here, Thieben. Talking about the variance within Axie games, anywhere from 4 rounds to 14 rounds. All perfectly viable, and sometimes we do get into these.
Look at Eruption! Oh, there we see it. The smile, it's coming. Like, he knows.
He's in
a better position. He's like, I think I'm gonna do better. But what's gonna happen is Jillian next turn is gonna rip it. Like, she's gonna throw both of the cactuses and the zigzags out, and then the Blood Moon should, in theory, kill both of them.
So she might be able to take this at least to a draw.
Yeah.
Okay. That
Depending
might be
on what
play.
the Eruption does. Because the Eruption takes it slow again on round 14, that's going to be bad for him.
Right. Yeah, the Blood Moon. And this is one of these things, like, how often do you get into this point? Like, do both these players know exactly how much damage is done on each Blood Moon? You know, do you know the exact number at round 14? I don't, off the top of my head. You can kind of feel it out a little bit, and there you go. So it's
Yeah,
140.
it goes to 170, I think.
170. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Jillian's going for it. Do it, Jillian. You don't have another turn after this one.
Yeah, I think this is it. This is your chance. And it might not be enough. I understand her hesitance.
Yeah, no,
But
she honestly,
you got to shoot your shot.
I'm telling you, Jillian has played this so well so far.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe, how well she's played this, and how cool and calm she's played it. And Eruption is still playing it slow. That's it. I think Eruption
Did
is the
she
one
just
who's
do it?
Eruption's dead. She did it.
So let's see here. Zigzag.
No way.
Zigzag. Cactus.
Yep. That's it.
Cactus. He's
And
dead.
then, and then that's 170 damage from the Blood Moon.
Oh
170
my
from the
God.
Blood Moon. That's it.
You're done.
Look at that.
Jillian takes game 1.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Look at the smiles.
I'm
Look at the
telling you.
frowns. Wow, that was a true defeat. Insanely well played by Jillian. Eric clearly frustrated here, as he should be. An impressive game 1. Wow.
I want to know
Wow.
how many games she has, because that was some impressive gameplay. Like, there was no hesitation from her. Like, she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew the point where she needs to rip off all 4 damage cards. With the help of the Blood Moon, kill off that poison plant. I mean, that poison Axie. Like, and Eruption, like, he had to play it smarter. He had to let his hand, go to max and then get those poisons, or like play 2 Sarrasas and a poison every turn, like chip away more and more and more into that plant, and do something similar where he's able to just like also rip off all his cards over 2 turns and kill that plant. But he played it far too slow.
I think you're totally right. You read that very well, and we saw the way it transpired, and now we're going to see the switch up. So Poison still going to be there for Eruption. He'll be on the right this time. We've got Jillian on the left. Prominence. That's an interesting name for her guild or scholarship or whatever that is. I like that tag. Jillian Prominence. That's badass, dude. I love it.
All right, we got ourselves
There
another
they
game. The same teams again. Okay, I think Eruption is gonna think about playing this better. He might even think about just trying to go for that plant first. I mean, this is the
Is
problem.
this the same mech that she had? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it is,
It
it
just
is.
died so early that it almost felt like another Axie match.
Yeah. So this is the problem with, like, for Eruption, is that there's 2 threats, right? There's the plant and then there's the mech. But I think the mech is a bigger threat than the plant, so you have to keep prioritizing that. Jillian is hesitant. She has a big hand on this mech, but she doesn't want to get hit by a yam.
Rightfully so. Unfortunately, little does she know, there's no yam right now. All right, gonna toss a little. Oh, she is gonna go for it. She's gonna roll the dice, and this is actually gonna work out great. I think she might have overplayed slightly, but that's okay. Totally worth it, and we'll secure this kill. Very nice. So now Eruption, he's got a 2 energy advantage, but he's down in Axie.
The gamble definitely paying off here. Here's where, if there was an egg for Jillian, it would be absolutely amazing, but doesn't have it. And the problem is, for Eruption, there's no enabler for that Garish Worm. Right?
Oh, you're totally right. Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that. So that's like just 1 less poison now.
Exactly. So now that means Eruption is gonna have to go through like 2 big volleys to be able to bring that mech down.
Eruption looks very serious right now. I have a feeling that Eruption thought that he was the favorite in this series, and he is in a pretty rough position right now. We'll get some damage in on this mech. Not going to be enough for the kill, but we'll leave it with a stun. 0 cost will take care of that and get a little bit of counter damage back in, but it ain't much. And now some damage into the bird.
That bird's gonna be alive too. Be able to get an egg off next turn, which is gonna be a huge concern for Eruption.
The
No
single
egg
poison.
though, but there is a blackmail that will remove the poison.
Oh, you're right.
So
Yeah, the single poison is just not quite enough. You know, it takes a couple of stacks for it to really feel like a timer. Damn, I want a blackmail bird. I want this exact bird. How much does this thing go for? I'm buying me one of these when this tournament's done, dude. I've decided.
yeah, it's a really strong, very classic bird. Oh, and a crit,
the
but
crit
not that it
too.
matters. You're gonna get the cactus off here.
Yeah. Oh, and the cactus crit, another one that doesn't matter. Unfortunate for Jillian, wasting all of her good crits here in moments that don't matter so much. She should be in a pretty good spot here, right, for this 2v1. The bird's low, but there's no backdoor.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd rather he just like ignore the bird. But maybe you can't with how much energy Jillian has. You just have to just kill it off here, I suppose. I just hope he plays this better this time around, like than last
yeah.
time.
I don't know why I said no backdoor. He obviously has the backdoor. He's going to use it here, and he will
Yeah.
kill the bird.
Yeah, he'll go for it. But this time he has a full hand though. As long as he doesn't play
Yes.
more than 3 cards every turn, I think Eruption has this.
Okay, so you just got to play it slow. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
and
Is he
no,
going
why
to do
does
the
he
same
keep
thing?
Doing the toothless bite. Just play the 2 Sarastas.
Oh,
I
no.
really don't understand the toothless bite. I really don't. Just play 1 poison and 2 Sarastas, and then just keep playing that every turn, and eventually that Axie will be chipped away at, and you're
Right.
gonna force her hand. Or even this is fine too. 2 poisons, Sarastas, so you store up a bit more energy first. That's all right.
Yeah, so you just play this game where you slowly accumulate, and you have to do enough chip before you get to like round 14 where Jillian can do what she did last time. But
It's exactly. Like the zigzags only heal for about 60 to 70 health, right? It's like each.
right.
So just don't let her get to the point where she can have a full hand, and your Sarasas deal 100 and
Are we really
8
going to
damage or
watch this
whatever.
again for another
Yeah,
10
we are.
rounds, dude?
Yeah,
We're
we
going to
are.
watch the mushrooms versus zigzag.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
folks, this is what you paid for. All right, you paid good money for your seats in the bleachers to watch this zigzag eat mushrooms.
yeah. Just here's where now that there we go. Eruptions. He's evolved. He's
That's
evolved.
good. That's
He
what you like
knows.
to see. That's what you want
That's
to
why
see.
now Jillian for sure she feels the pressure. Now she knows like he's not gonna fall for it again.
All right, this is good. He's evolved. There's still a huge energy advantage for Jillian, but he's got it figured out. He's got this pattern down. Eric tie, trial and error. He will erupt.
Just don't play the cattail for Jillian. You want to make sure you maximize your chances of drawing both of your zigzags every turn. That's the most important thing now.
Yeah, I agree.
You just gotta keep chipping away at this plant. There's no other option for you.
So she's going to delay this as long as possible, but you can feel the difference now in the strategy that he's running.
Exactly. And this is so much better because like that plant is at 406 health, right? So like, and it's gonna be kind of stuck at 406 health almost for the rest of the game, even until Blood Moon. So you don't have to wait that extra turn of Blood Moon to kill off the plant. Eruption knows. He knows.
The power of math. I think that's what this has come down to some degree. And every time she doesn't draw the double zigzag, it just accelerates this that much more. Excuse me. All right. Into Blood Moon we go. Double zigzag. Actually saves the Bidens this time.
Yeah,
Is this the card draw thing?
Yeah. There's one more cattail left in the deck, so if you play the Bidens and then you don't you draw the cattail, it feels really bad, right? So now if she has a full hand, she can play the Bidens and the 2 zigzags every turn. And all you really lost is what, a few HP only in exchange for guaranteeing that you draw the zigzags every turn.
There's no way she's going to be able to do this again, though, right? Where
It's-
we take it to like round 14.
it's a lot
and then-
harder. It's a lot harder this time around because there's gonna be a turn where Eruption can just play the heals and the Sarrasas every turn. He's gonna have a big shield.
Yeah.
Best outcome is gonna be a draw this time around, I think.
Which is possible.
Okay, never mind. She's gone back to full HP.
She's actually ahead now, but he hasn't started using his heals yet.
Yes,
he
he
does
has
go
not.
first, so he always has that option to double shroom.
Right.
This is so ridiculous. I can't tell if this is hyper boring. I think it's both. It has moments. It's just like a good Dota game. It has its farming phase, and now we're getting into that crazy
Yeah.
late game. Power runes are coming out, baby.
No, Eruption is getting too tired. He didn't even play the poison first.
Oh no.
He played it last. He's getting too tired.
Oh dear. And
The
double
fatigue is getting to-
zigzag.
He's
number
like,
one.
I think it's sinking in right now for him that he's probably gonna lose again.
This is what we call the 3 a.m. blood moon, Theban. Or I guess the 5 a.m. blood moon for you. This is this is insane. I don't even know how to predict this. Like, if
Yeah.
Jillian wins, I'll be kind of stunned. I'm starting to think that it's going to get into draw territory.
No, I feel like Jillian's got this now.
Oh, you think it's swung that way? The
Yeah.
double zigzag is too
She
strong.
made the right play. She like waited a few turns and like only played the casual zigzags so that she'll end up back at 8 cards and just be able to spam the Bidens and the 2 zigzags every turn. There's just not enough damage on Eruption side. Like the shield
Yeah.
that she puts up on the 2 zigzag and the Bidens is like counteracting the Sarrasa's damage.
Yeah, it's completely...
Yeah.
And she's like actually like edging out a
And
slightly
here it is.
better margin.
It's round 14. This is where she goes for it. And Eruption knows. He's like, oh lord. And
See, but he has to shroom though. Yeah, okay,
yeah,
there you go. So
he needs to put a big shield. This is exactly what he needs to do here. Is like make sure that he lives through this attack no matter what.
And is he gonna live through this like with Blood Moon though?
He should be able to. This time he put up
170,
way
right?
more
That's our
shield.
threshold.
Yeah, this is 170 right now.
Okay, he does live one more
Mm-hmm.
turn, but this is a pretty big advantage.
Round 15.
I think Jillian's got this.
She got it already. She
got it,
doesn't
dude.
even need Blood Moon, I think.
This, yeah,
Okay,
this is
she
in the
won't need
clutch.
Blood Moon, but yeah, she got it.
And like she's gonna heal up with the zigzag, so
Ooh,
she'll be
crazy.
fine. It's not gonna draw. He's gonna die to Blood Moon, and she won't.
Oh my goodness.
Around 14 and around 15, Jillian, look, she's smiling. She knows it, dude. And the crit, she's double smiling. Eric is, I think he's going to switch it up. I'm ready to see a different
he
type
has
of
to.
poison. A
This
great
poison's
smile
not
there.
working. That frontline plant of hers is like the perfect plant against poison teams. Like, I mean
Dude.
that poison team specifically because it doesn't have that much damage, right?
Yep. You called it though, dude. Jillian is a killer. She has
is.
completely handled herself with poise in these tough matchups. You look at that retroactively, round 14, round 15, and it seems so obvious, right? We'll just keep playing double zigzag Biden. That's the easiest strategy ever. But there are so many checkpoints in that match where it's so delicate, right? It's on a hair trigger where she could have lost that. And to hold it together and to play it all the way through and even to adapt to the changes that he made, pretty well done, man. 2-0 in this best of 5. She is 1 win away from moving forward to the grand finals.
Yeah, she's probably just gonna run back the same exact team again. Like it's like as long as he can't beat me with this team, I'm just gonna play the same thing. Man, I knew from like the first series when she played, I'm like, damn, she's good. Like,
Yeah.
and there's rarely any mistakes that she makes like in these games. I think there was that one time where she didn't play her beast cards or something and her Axie died, but other than that, like I think she still ended up winning that game anyway. Like apart from that, there really isn't any big mistakes that she made. And like you asked me too that one turn, why didn't she play the Bidens? Like she already recognized that where you just gotta play 2 cards so the rest of my cards come into my hand and then the game's just over from there.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a perfect read on the situation. And she's been making it work with the double 0 cost in these 1v1s. That is, again, like kind of strange. You know, Cattail is almost like a dead card in that situation. And it's working out all right. It looks, I like that we're like slowly losing LED lights in the background there. Maybe those are just specks of dirt on my monitor. I can't tell. Some of those dead pixels look like they're still dead now that we've switched screens. So on my side, but I'm loving the set. I'm loving everything about this. And man, Jillian, 1 win away from a guaranteed top 2 finish in the grand finals. This is what we play for, dude. This is what we were hoping for. This is such a cool bracket. Has exceeded all expectations.
Yeah, this is that's crazy. I got tired after 2 Blood Moon games into round 15.
Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah, that 5 a.m. Blood Moon. I tells you. Let's switch it up. Let's get some damage out there.
I'm pretty sure that's
meta.
the first time I've ever seen round 15.
Really? Oh, I've
Yeah.
definitely seen it before. In my pubs, at least. I guess in pro games like this that we've cast. This is probably the longest series we've cast in terms of total rounds. That's for sure. Already, just with those 2 games. That's 29 rounds we just did.
Yeah, that's actually insane. Like to get that far. It reminds me of all the triple plant poison comps in ladder right now. Okay,
so we do have the switch up. Eruption on the right, Jillian on the left. This time no poison, and both of them mixing in Gravant.
wow. Jillian also changed her team. Interesting.
Yes.
And
Which kind of makes sense, right? Like she's probably reading the situation where he's not going to play poison 3 games in a
Ooh.
row after losing twice.
look at this. She's going for the kill on the bug. Wait, they're the same speed. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I was like, hold on, this doesn't make much sense. I think look at her. She's like, I messed up.
Oh man.
Played the little owl, went for the plant. They have the exact same speed on
That
all the
is
axes.
a heartbreaker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, bit of a misplay there.
Maybe I jinxed it. I said she wasn't
Yeah.
really making many mistakes, and then boom.
I mean, potentially still salvageable, right? Of all the mistakes to make, yeah, you overplayed a card. It's a little embarrassing, but it's not over yet. It's maybe not entirely game losing, let's say.
Gravelant.
Okay.
I'm not so sure how I feel about that one. Because these plants that are like 4 damage frontliners, people typically don't play, into turn 3 because they don't have as much shield as other plants do. So the Gravelant just
Right.
seems like kind of I don't know.
When you don't have that brick wall, you're kind of timid to play cards anyway.
Yeah. Oh, this is...
So- Jillian going to go for the damage here. Just going to sacrifice this front plant in last stand, it looks like.
She could have just also played the cards on that plant, but like 1 little branch and then 1 cactus on the plant. That way, you get value and you get to keep your zigzag as well instead of losing both cards. Because your plant is attacking first anyway before the opponent does, so you can control your last stand bars.
Just goes for it.
Oh, it doesn't even
see-
kill the plant. It wasn't even enough damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely
I see what you mean
Yeah.
about like kind of wasting the zigzag, and now the gravel ant the other way.
yeah.
Oof, that card draw on the bird, not what you're looking for. Jillian, light on options right now.
I think this is the
Biased it
first time, Stone Cold Killer Jillian is losing her cool.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Eric in a very good spot.
The card
got some-
plays was very inefficient, starting with the little owl, and then there she doesn't get the kill on the plant either, and then like use a lot of resources.
Yeah, I guess it's just a question of how much is Eruption going to play. There's the frontline Bidens. And that'll get rid of her 1 card on the bird. And this should be a kill on the frontliner. That crit will secure it, no problem. And now this lone bird is definitely going to be done for. Only draws cards that will do additional damage to the bird.
look at Eruption. He's traumatized after those first 2 games. He's probably like in the other games, oh, I got this, you know, like I'm going to win these games. And then Jillian just pulls it out of the bag. And then now he's like, no, I'm going to stay focused until that bird dies.
This game is not over until I see the victory screen. It ain't over till it's over. I love it.
And you can see how, like, as we're progressing more in the tournament, you know, they're getting much more serious as well.
Definitely. The stakes are increasing, as is the pride, I guess, at risk here. And yeah, I mean, I think there is actually 0 path to victory for Jillian here. Like, this is unlosable for Eruption. Especially with this discard. Man, this is another pretty epic best of 5 here that has some potential to go the distance, and this will be enough to finish him off.
Look at him! See, he doesn't let the sigh of relief until he saw you won. He's telling.
And even now, like he looks stressed. He's like, all right, that's 1 of 3. Whew, that's 1 of 3. All right, hands are sweating, palms sweaty, arms heavy. Whew, all right. That's the first step, though. That's what we needed. Eruption takes game 3, currently standing 2-1 in this best of 5. Again, winner of this series, guaranteed top 2, moving on to the grand finals. Loser going down to the lower bracket finals, still guaranteed top 3. Not too bad. Not a bad spot to be in. So
maybe we should kind of like explain to some people who don't know why that happened. Turn with the little owl play. What Little Owl does, it goes after the fastest Axie, but if all the Axies have the same speed, or like 2 Axies have the same speed, which is the fastest on your opponent's side, it goes to the Axie that is the closest to you. So if that in that game, all the 2 plants and the bugs all have 31 speed. It showed that the bug is faster because the bug has less HP. So in Axie Infinity, it goes like speed, then your HP, and then your Axie ID, right? Who attacks first in what order. But all their speed is the same. So Little Owl went after the 31 speed Axie, who's the fastest. But then since they all have 31 speed, it went after the closest one, which was the plant.
I see. That makes perfect sense. And when you say HP, it's not total HP, but it's
who's got the lowest. HP. Who's got the lowest current HP? Yes.
Correct. Yeah, and that was something
if they have the same speed, then it goes to who has the lowest current HP.
Yes, I actually misunderstood that mechanic for a really long time, where I thought that final decider, or that part of the decider, was who had the highest total HP. I didn't realize it had potential to change based on current. So yeah, don't be like me. I lost a lot of MMR not understanding that. Ooh,
Eruption changes teams again.
The switch up. So what's up with this backliner that he's got here?
That's a disable sword. That's a disable sword.
Oh, that's it. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's what is Kestrel? Is that what the headpiece is called?
Yeah. Why do I feel like Eruption brought like 20 Axies or something? I feel like I've seen so many teams from him.
I think we might have seen all 9 of his Axies at this point. I mean, you're 1 series away from the grand finals. No strats to be saved.
Yeah, he's got another insanely strong team right here. I'm very impressed with the teams that he's crafted so far.
Me too, actually. A lot of synergy.
So we're gonna see a hair, and he actually pulls back the hop, but he does have enough shield. No, he lets it go. Eruption, what? That looked like a perfect turn to get the hop butt and the zigzag value in, and now he's lost all 3 cards, and he's gonna have to use more resources to kill this plant off.
The dead card is real. And he's actually really light on damage right now.
I'm so shook as to why he didn't play those cards. That was a perfect turn to get some good value in. Because even if Jillian passed, when she's at 4 energy, your plant is extremely unlikely to live.
Right.
But at 2 energy, you have the chance to heal up a bit, also dish out some damage to that opponent plant, and if she tries to kill you that turn, it's not gonna let your plant die as well. So, oof, that's a tough one.
Well, Jillian now in an amazing spot. One step closer potentially to these grand finals.
Oh
Nice
my goodness,
card
the
draw here.
cattails. The cattails.
Yep.
That's
Loses the
gonna help.
frontliner, but gets some sick value first. And now this bird's going to get to go first. Oh, actually going to play some mech cards as well. And this is going to be a good read from Eruption, it looks like, as he throws in the second fish snack. So a pretty good brick wall, actually.
Oof. I mean, the second fish snack is cool, but that means Eruption is not going to have the fish snack the following turn.
True.
Yeah.
Nice use of the balloon. Good card order.
So most likely going to be seeing an egg come out next turn. You know, Jillian just wants to get that 1 versus 1 with the mech versus the Disablosaur, ideally. Oh, no egg. Huh. Interesting.
Maybe unfortunate. And throw the hair instead. This is a really interesting situation.
Yeah, it is. Because, like, if now Eruption can actually kill off this mech here, it's huge. Like, the bird has used so many resources in this game. And in that 1v1, I think the Disablosaur has the advantage. Okay.
Oh, no.
All right.
Is this just game over?
It's not going to be enough damage. It's alive.
Okay.
That's huge. And the hair goes first to remove the stun. I mean, Jillian made the perfect play, right? Like, she puts up a huge shield because she doesn't have the egg. And the funny thing is, that was literally one Kestrel away from just winning this game.
She is way better at math than I am. That is my brilliant deduction there. I can't believe that frontliner's still alive. Eric's thinking the same thing right now. Like, man, that was the perfect amount of cards to play. Impressive stuff from Jillian here.
Wow. I'm most definitely impressed. And but I don't think she's out of the woods quite yet.
It's going to come down to card draw for sure.
It's going to the mech. Another card for the mech. Okay. Look at her right now. She's got the hand on her head. She knows. It's like, oh man, what is this? I didn't draw any bird cards.
And
if she had
gets a
4
balloon too.
The balloon is not bad though. The balloon actually
really?
helps. Yeah, definitely. And he's not going for the Vine Dagger first, which could be a mistake here. Well, he does have 4 energy. So he's gonna play everything.
Doesn't Eruption just have this?
It's not enough. I think it's not enough damage to kill the bird yet. I think Jillian has 1 more turn left here.
Okay.
Yeah, this bird is a lot tankier than other birds.
Oh yeah, you're right. Not even close.
Oh, the crit! 30 health, but 1 turn, does she have it? No! It was the eggs! The eggs, when you need them, they didn't show up. And then when you don't need them, the one time you just wanted your hairs, the eggs show up. But at the same time, she didn't draw her eggs yet, right? So...
Damn.
Rip.
Jillian is...
That's it.
I rightfully frustrated from that one. She's just laughing it off right now. I mean, that's all you can do. That's all you can do. It's going to be a game 5, so this is going to be the decider. He brings it back, but she had a win. Well, she had a potential win condition there, but not going to be able to top deck the cards she was looking for.
Yeah.
So unfortunate. Well played. I mean, I think she played it right given what she was allotted thanks to the card draw. But
Mm-hmm.
that's brutal, dude. That's painful.
That really was. Oh man, what a game!
This is an intense series. I mean, this is an appropriate winner bracket finals right here. These two are playing their hearts out, and glad this is a best of 5, right? It's
Oh,
gone
yeah,
the
definitely.
distance. So definitely the right call there.
I think for Axie Infinity, best of 5 is the way to go. Best of 3 is just nah. The games are so short too. Like best of 5 just feels so much better. And here we go, game 5.
Are we
For
back in already? Are we
not
going
all
for
the marbles? Not all the marbles, right? Just some of the
but
marbles.
a bunch of the marbles.
Yeah, a bunch of the
top
marbles.
2 amount of marbles. So it's still
Exactly.
pretty good. Look at that. Oh, hearts, peace signs. I love it. Very nice. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Are we going to see the switcheroo, though? There's been a huge amount of card variety coming out of at least Eruption. Will we see the switch up again? This is where it gets really tough. The final match. This is where you might want to pull out a curveball. Can you catch somebody off guard? You know, what if he goes back to poison? You know, how unpredictable can you be in this kind of a situation?
Yeah, just don't play the poison again. I think for him, because like Jillian is just sticking to the Biden zigzag frontliner, and that seems like too much of a counter for that poison backliner that he's playing. There's other Biden's plants that don't do too well against like some other poisons, but the one that Eruption has brought into a tournament is just not a good matchup. So he's not gonna go for that. Definitely one of the other teams. That Disablesaur is strong though. It's definitely like he has a really potent team with the. Not only is it a discard bug middle, but there's also a discard at the front too, which can delay the game long enough for the Disablesaur to come online.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Sorry, I was just checking a message there from the admins, and hopefully we'll be good to go here momentarily.
Whew.
I love the music on these cut screens as well. There's something infectious about it. It makes me feel like I'm right there with them. And look at that, staying awake. It's been a long day for these players. Whoever makes it to the finals. I mean, as you know, right? Fatigue is a part of esports, not just Axie esports, all esports, right? Tournaments are a bit of a gauntlet. It takes a lot of mental fortitude, right? It's mentally fatiguing to play like any game at this really high level. But here we go. Round 1, some pretty big damage coming out of the bird. Draws a little bit of heat. So both sides actually going to play out entirely, and now the double discard. Certainly not going to be enough to kill the bird, but say goodnight to your deck.
I mean, that's amazing with the egg play, because it didn't die. The bird didn't die. It just soaked 3 hits, right?
Yeah.
And now this plant is full HP, and like Disablesaur teams generally have a hard time getting through the plant. So all of a sudden, Jillian being able to soak that much damage that would normally go into the plant, I think she's put herself in a really good position.
Yeah, I mean, she drops hair as well, so she's able to get a card draw.
With the zigzag and the double Bidens. Very good hand for Eruption here, at least to keep himself alive for another turn.
Yep, Cattail would have been enough, but the zigzag brings him back up. So we get another egg on the bird. Well, we'll go with the hair on the mech instead, get a card draw, and hopefully finish off this frontliner.
And Eruption gonna play it a little bit slower, knowing that this discard chip isn't gonna do too much. 3 energy on Jillian here. Eruption should know, like, okay, actually Jillian being very aggressive right now. She actually wants to protect that plant a little bit longer. Going for an egg play here.
We'll get some decent damage into this bug. This is looking like Jillian's game right now, though. Eruption does have a little bit of an energy advantage he's going to hang on to.
No, Jillian's in a great position. Like, she doesn't have that many cards left in her deck for the bird to draw, so using all this right now, And letting the bird die is like incredible for her because that bug is almost dead anyway. So the bird has done its job.
Right, and this is only round 4, so your comments about the deck actually make a lot of sense. Discard comes out.
I believe that bird had already played, 4 other cards. There's like 1 other bird card left in the entire deck. So it's not like she's losing out on a lot here. Now going for the hair on the mech. Jillian playing the cattail to cover any possible chomp play from the Disablesaur, making sure that the cactus will also go off no matter what.
Indecisive
so
about what
rough.
to do with the Disablesaur here, and then just go back for it. The Kestrel as well as the Hot Butt.
Turn off the mouth, turn off the cactus. No draw from the hair because the Disablesaur attacked first.
And the card draw. That's really nice. Man, that cattail. It just always comes in handy. Okay, a proper 2v1 now. The Dusk in the back. Not going to be able to throw out the cactus. Just going to use those 0 costs. Looking for more card draw on the mech. Eruption does go first, though. The only advantage that he'll have here.
I don't think he's going to be able to... Wait, does that kill? 1... It's close. I don't think it's going to be enough damage, though.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. This is going to buy... And these are all 0 costs. Like, Jillian put up all that shield with just the 0 cost only. So, she's going to have 4 energy.
Yeah,
next
I'm
turn.
like starting to get sold on this double 0 cost tank here. And this that's like worked out weirdly well in this... very strange best of 5 series, honestly. This has been some of the most interesting Axie we've seen all night in this specific best of 5. I never would have thought the Biden's cattail plant would have such an impact just across so many games like this. It's pretty impressive.
The thing is, I don't feel like Jillian is out of the woods yet. She has the slower Axie, and Eruption can use Chomp to hold down the mech and also remove some of the cards the following turns with the Hot Butt and the Kestrel. So here, Eruption's correct play is just 1 Hot Butt and Bind Dagger just to put up a shield, but he's actually going the other way around. It's fine because Jillian didn't attack anyway. And yeah, so here, like, we're gonna see a stun, we're gonna see the horn and the mouth card being removed.
Yeah, she's got that energy advantage, but is it actually going to matter?
Yeah, that's why she's putting up the hair instead of the hero, because like the heroes she's gonna be able to use next turn as
Stun
well.
gonna mitigate a little bit of this. Oh my gosh, the crit on
Oh
the
my
Nutcracker.
lord. Yep. Actually, maybe I would have liked to have seen her hold the hair, but yeah, either way. Ooh, see? The dual blades cut off, the nutcracks cut off.
I think she's done. I think Eruption should have the damage here, right?
Yep. Chomp through, Kestrel will kill off the mech, and then the 2 Vine Daggers
We'll
to
finish
remove
off
the
any
last
kind of
stand. Yep, that's it.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my goodness, Eruption
Wow.
with the comeback.
What a series. I mean, seriously, what a series. You see
Let's
the mobile cam
go.
trying to
Oh
catch
my
up with him
goodness.
here as he jumps off the stage. Let's see Eruption and Jillian with some good manners here. Head in hands. Of course, this was upper bracket, so Jillian not eliminated yet. She's guaranteed top 3. And now Eruption, class act that he is, gives her the round of applause. The crowd goes wild in the green room. They're going to hug it out. Very nice. And still potential to see a rematch, right? This could be our grand finals matchup here if she's able to take that lower bracket winner, the lower bracket finals there. So, man, another epic series, though, buddy. Jillian in 2 best of 5s that go to game 5. This girl, she knows how to fight till the bitter end.
Yeah, it was damn, that was such a close game. At the end of the day, in hindsight, like, we can look at the bird play where the bird died maybe a little too early. Like, she probably could have afforded to let the plant soak a little bit more damage as well and get like a cleaner kill on the bird. And then like having the Disablesaur be faster than your mech just feels so bad. Not having Arco on your mech, like, that's why Arco is such an amazing card, and it's what people want on their mechs in almost every situation. So
Yeah.
it was so close, but I don't think that's the last of Jillian we're gonna be seeing.
Oh, totally. And of course, there was that point where it looked like she probably could have won game 4 if she got a little more lucky with the card draw, right? We really specifically highlighted that egg, and then it got disabled. She had no option. There was like a win condition there. So that series was insanely close. Moments where it could have gone either way. Before we take a break, we are going to have another lower bracket matchup. We're going to get that last best of 3 out of the way, and then we'll be down to the final 2 series, Stephen. We'll be down to that lower bracket finals and then the big bad grand finals. So,
Nice.
yeah, lower bracket round 3. Prepare yourself. One more best of 3 for elimination. It's going to be another good one. And if memory serves, I think it's Hazel versus Roadfill that's going to be coming up next.
We got a bracket.
I love 6 a.m. theming. Hey, we got that bracket. Yeah, just throw it up there. I gotta go to the bathroom. It's been awesome, but it is for the English talent here. 6 a.m. for you, 4 a.m. for me. It's certainly starting to get a little loopy. So appreciate all of you joining us here on the Zyori TV Twitch channel. Thank you for finding us after that little curveball as well. And man, the party is still popping off over on Facebook, hanging around like 20,000 concurrents on the Facebook stream for the Filipino commentary. So pretty cool stuff there, man. Those are impressive numbers, and glad to see people enjoying the content, man. That's what this is all about, bringing people together, celebrating the Philippines with this Creator Cup. And, if this one's as successful as we thought it could be and is shaping up to be, we'd love to do this again and do it in some other regions, do it in some other cultures, do a Spanish version, do a North American version, do a Portuguese version. This is not the only Creator Cup that will exist. I think I know this has been amazing.
Is we need LAN. We need LANs, man. We need people's faces, like live in person, cameras on their faces. Like that's by far been my most favorite part of all of this. Like the
it makes
gameplay,
it more memorable because you get to see the reactions, you get to put a face to the name. There's just something about it that makes it feel like an actual event and not just a tournament, but it's a whole event.
I mean, tournaments, you see them all the time. Like there's nothing really like special about tournaments. Like there's tournaments for every game. Like anybody can run a tournament any weekend. But having a LAN, being able to see the people's faces, like their reactions and to their plays, to their mistakes, to like what is expected of them, when like someone gets eliminated and that they were expecting themselves to do so much better than they did. Like just being able to see that, it just gives you like an experience that you can't get anywhere else, right?
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. I just love that Axie Esports is already at this point, and we're still at the tip of the iceberg in terms of Axie product rollout. Like Katana was awesome. The mobile wallet is huge. Like we've rolled out some pretty big stuff in the last like 60 days, but we've also got a lot more to go. And I'm just so excited about the future of Axie Esports. If this is where we're at now, where are we going to be 6 months from now, a year from now, 3 years from now? I think we're really taking the first few steps into something really great here, man. I'm so glad you're here on this journey with me. Like I remember some of our early conversations about Axie and blockchain, and it's just wild. If 6 months ago, 8 months ago, if you'd asked either of us, if you told either of us that we'd be here, I think we'd both been like, "Yeah, right, dude. You're crazy. You're crazy."
Exactly.
But alas, here we are. Game number 1, best of 3, elimination. Hazel on the right, Roadfill on the left. Steven, what do we got?
I mean, we got the classic Arco cute bunny team from Roadfill. Hazel going with the hair biffinator, and she's got that special little clamshell sandal Axie, which I like a lot.
I remember this one.
Yeah. Oh, and steals the energy. Whoo! Feels good for Hazel. Getting that energy there and putting out more damage onto that plant as well.
Yeah, it was a ubiquitous round 1 win for her.
And I think that plant of Roadfill is super dead. Like he's got a sandal and a cactus. Why did she take it back? That's a good play, Hazel. Go for it. Get rid of that plant. Slap him. Give him the mama sandal.
Thinking about it here for a moment. Okay. I think Hazel's frontliner should survive here. It's going to get some decent counter damage in itself. If she'd gotten the bonus from the cactus, I think that actually would have been a kill.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't realize that the bug is actually attacking last there because the plant already had less HP. Missing that bonus.
Classic.
You're right.
There's going to be the end of Hazel's frontliner.
The Nemos won't be actually killing the plant.
This is like the recurring theme of this tournament. It does get the kill there, but a huge amount of energy stockpiled for Hazel.
No
but
cards
no
left,
cards.
though. Yeah.
No real options here. And
I mean,
like with the Chomp, obviously you want to start stockpiling some cards to get the value. So
right. I think Hazel is in like a way better position though right now. Yeah.
it's I guess Roadfill isn't exactly busting at the seams with cards either. So given the energy deficit, it's pretty one-sided at the moment.
I wasn't the biggest fan of that single hair play there, but it's not looking too bad. And this might be the time where you want to just bust out all your cards on Hazel on your Aqua, because there's a likely chance that your Aqua might not survive the next turn.
Soon.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just get as much damage in as you can. I guess like the
that's it.
The fish
that
snack feels a little
dead?
scary, but
It's close. It's gonna be a lot of damage. Plays everything, especially with the clamshell bonus. Ooh, she should go clam lamb. Clam.
And here she's got lamb in the middle.
Oh my gosh, look at this. It's perfect, right? Oh no, if she went clam lamb, she would have killed it.
Wait, she's gonna kill it with this though.
Yeah,
at
she's
least.
gonna kill it anyway.
So
Exactly.
It's still gonna get finished off, and it wasn't gonna stun the backliner regardless. Roadfill feeling it though. Look at that. You can
I
feel
love
the
it.
defeat.
I love their expressions. Let's go. And then here comes the big. Oh wait, no, wrong order. He has the attack. She has the attack plus, and she used it on the Sando. She missed out on a little bit of damage, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I think this Biffinator is gonna destroy once this Aqua falls anyway.
Absolutely. This is a tough spot for Roadfill. Having trouble seeing a path to victory here. Card draw's a little funky. She does get the double Kookoo.
That's all right. She just has to wait. Like she can just not even play the Kookoos. Eventually, she's gonna get all her damage cards next turn, and then just do a full 4-card clip. That's it. We got ourselves a winner for game 1.
It certainly would seem so. Speed advantage not going to make a difference for Roadfill here. Very nice. Hazel looking very excited as well. You can see the laughs. You can see the smiles. Roadfill being a good sport, but is that a sad uwu right there? Is that what I'm seeing? I like it. I love the body language. I love the Axie hoodie as well. Replace the Moymoy jacket with the Axie hoodie. I love it. Yeah, I got to get you one of those, Steven. I should have earmarked a couple for my boys.
Yeah, I definitely need one of those for sure. Thank you. That was an interesting game. Like Hazel's midliner is quite impressive. Like I've seen one of those in a shrimp body, but I haven't seen one in a Nemo body. Like having clamshell and Sando together, it's such a nice like anti-meta Axie right now. Like just being able to get the clamshell and then the Sando like on a bug. Oh my goodness, that would just delete the bug. Yeah, it's really cool. Very strong team, and I think Hazel probably has more depth in her Axie pool and team than Moymoy does.
It seems like it. Moymoy's performed pretty well so far, but I don't know. I just get the vibe that Hazel's coming in a little bit more confident. She understands her game plan. She's got her strategy. These girls are fierce, dude.
Yeah, they're really good. Like very impressed with their gameplay. Like I didn't know anything about how they played or what's really their rankings. Like I'm sure, maybe they're busy, they don't play as much, but I can totally see that they put a lot of time and effort and they studied this game with
Yeah.
how they play. Like I'm not saying, they're top 100 players or something, but they could be if they put more effort.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we are, game number 2. Hazel leading 1-0. It's a best of 3. Roadfill needs the win here to keep his run alive in this tournament. And both sides going to play a lot of cards here to get things started. We got Axie Kiss back in the fray for Hazel.
So after winning, she decided to change her team, even though her previous team was super legit. I mean, this team is very strong as well. I think this is a much better matchup for Roadfill here. This Aqua is going to have a lot easier of a time dealing with the Beast and the Bird, and with all the discards, it's very hard for the little owl bird to try and make a play onto the Aqua.
I forget, the birds, they don't do as much damage to the Aqua, correct?
No, they do, but it's
Oh, they
more
do?
about the
Okay.
Arco. Having that speed up
I
available, being able to be faster than the bird. Plus, this bird is a post-fight bird, so it's natural for it to be low health. So as long as you can get a nice brick, kill the mid beast, like you're probably just gonna delete the bird the turn after anyway.
I gotcha.
Yeah, like Hazel's team becomes very flimsy once the plant goes down.
I think that Axie was dead either way, but still a big crit from Hazel. You see the big laughs to follow up. Roadfill feeling it right now. This poor guy, he just can't catch a break.
He doesn't have any cards for this bug either.
Yeah, literally no cards. Oh my.
Was that crit not gonna matter? I didn't actually see.
I think that Axie was going to die either way because she had dual blades coming afterwards, but
Okay.
it was a pretty big crit. It was like a 270, so it certainly secured it without a shadow of a doubt.
All right, so this is an interesting play. Post fight first, and then the egg after.
All right,
Is
so trying
she-
to bring some heat onto the bird, and the
Ooh,
bird's going
ooh.
to die here.
Not really.
No?
It's not enough damage. That's
9
beast
HP.
and bug cards only.
You're right.
That's actually
You're
the
totally
worst case scenario for Roadfill, honestly.
Yeah, that's a
That's-
tough way to go out.
Super bad for him. Because if he was just patient, let the bug die, this Aqua could have 1v3'd
Really?
Hazel's team. Yes. That was actually a better option for him. Because once he draws his next 3 cards, he has, all the ideas of like what cards he needs to play and what he needs to keep for the kill on the next axes.
I
So
like
now-
that he's still dancing too. Like there's still some enthusiasm coming out of Roadfill.
Yeah. But the problem now is like 3 cards is most likely not going to kill this beast here. Especially, yeah.
It's
Puts
just
up
not
a
enough
shield.
damage. Yeah.
Mhm.
You're right though. It actually is still gonna be kind of close here.
If he plays the goldfish too, then that will put the beast in Axie Kiss range, so he doesn't do it. He's still playing to win. He still has the possibility of still clutching this here. 277 health. The bird has egg. Yep, the bird's gonna just play. I think she's just going for a draw here. She can't really like win.
Oh yeah, with the all-out shot, it would just draw if that does the final blow. Okay. I mean that's a good play when you're boxed into the corner.
Just play for the draw. I mean, the Arco was bound to come. Oh no, the crit!
Oh my gosh. Now,
The
talk
crits.
about relevant crits, dude. That is unbelievable.
Oh my God.
And when you're talking about a game for elimination, if that was a draw, that actually could have given him a chance to come back. That was an elimination crit, dude. I'm struggling to find the word that encapsulates what just happened. Well done, Hazel. Very much deserved, and a little bit of Jiho love there at the end as well.
Oh
My gosh.
God, dude.
Roadfill, that might be the most brutal way to be eliminated from a tournament like this.
That was a bad beat right there. I mean,
that was a bad beat.
Oh.
Wow.
Sheesh.
I mean, a tough series for him, right?
Yeah.
He's already down one game, and a draw there just would have been a repeat. So Hazel was still in a great spot. So I don't want to take anything away from how well she played in that series, but just perfectly timed crit. Just turn on the crit button, man. That's all you got to do. Hit the crit. Whew. All right.
Fun game. That was
wow, buddy. Wow. All right, we've got 2 series left, folks. That's it. We've got 2 best of 5s. It's the lower bracket finals, and then it's the grand finals. Theban and I are going to throw it to a break. We need one. It's getting late here. We need to walk around. We need to refresh ourselves. I need some ice water, and we're going to be back after this. I think we're going to have another, I'm not sure if there's a little game or if there's something. We thought we were going to have an interview guest, but we've gone a bit behind schedule, so I'm not sure if he's still going to be here to make it. So we'll be back after this break. We'll let you know what's coming. Stick with us because there's a little more Axie coming here for the first Axie Creator Cup. Yeah.